So I'm back in the shop, dodging a fly, keeps buzzing me. I'm fixing to get working on that wiring on that truck, but I don't want to be in the direct sun out there. It's supposed to, this next week's supposed to like cool off, so it's not supposed to be in the hundreds, 90. So that's gonna be good, but I still don't want to be. So I picked up a tarp. What I'm getting at, picked up a tarp. This one's a little bit smaller than the last one I got, which is gonna be fine for shade. If I gotta try to use the tarp again through the winter, then I'm gonna need to get a bigger one so that I can get, rain and whatever further away from the truck. But what I want to do is I want to put more of these grommets in, because they don't give you very many of the grommets in these tarps, and I like to run rope like through the grommets along, especially along that one side that I want to get real tight. So I want to put a bunch of extra grommets in this thing beforehand, because I did it to the other one after it was already up, and man, that was rough. It was just. So I'm gonna do it now. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna get some grommets on this tarp, and then get this tarp hung up, and then I'll get started on getting the wiring like placed in the truck, just placed in the truck. A lot of the wiring still has to be unloomed, like it's all loomed for the Crown Vic, and I'm trying to get to fit in the truck, so I know that I'm going to have to reroute, kind of do things different. So I'm taking all the electrical tape and everything off of it. So, and I'm deleting some of the wires. So, at any rate, so good part that this fly is driving me crazy. It's been just buzzing me around in here. I don't think I have a fly swatter in here, but I got a sledgehammer. Maybe take care of them with a sledgehammer. Okay, I'm gonna get busy. Well, I got busy, like I said I was gonna, and I got that tarp. I got a little bit of a smaller tarp this time than the last one. The last one I got was a 24 by 12, and so the 12 hung over further that way, which is fine for rain, because that way it gets the water ways away, and then it hung over the other ends quite a bit. This one's 10 by 18, so it's a little bit smaller, but for shade it's going to work good. So I started trying to figure out what I can do about that battery tray, mounting it to the back of the cab. So I've got some angle here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut 6 inches, and then I'm going to cut another 6-inch piece, and I just have to cut some of this off and then put the two together, weld them up. I need 2 1/4 inches is the distance it is away from the back of the cab, or the front of the bed. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that and then weld together, make a little bracket. I stopped by Harbor Freight on my way home from work today and picked this up. My dad told me that he picked one of these up from Harbor Freight, and $20 for that. It doesn't go very big. I think it's 1/4 inch. Let me read this. Yeah, 1/4 quarter 20 is the biggest size that it does, so it's not going to do real big nuts or nut inserts, but that'll work. You know, that size will work. So then I picked up some stainless hardware for that, so I can get that hooked up. I'll probably weld another little tab on that bracket too. I don't, whether you guys, I'll show you real quick. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get that done real quick, and then I'll pull some wiring out here. So let's see if you guys can see this. So this is what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to fill this gap, and then I got to do a little tab on here, and then try to get one right there. And that's what I'm going to use those inserts for, those nut inserts. I'll drill and put a nut insert, a couple of them here, a couple here, and then into that. And then that'll get my battery tray mounted. And then I will be trying to get some of this wiring fit in the truck and finish deleting some of the wires that I'm trying to get rid of from the car, like the lights. I'm going to use the wiring from the truck for the lights. And there was a bunch of stuff, like there was power windows, power seats, power door locks, all this wiring I'm just not going to use, obviously. And so I strung out the majority of the harness that went through the car, and I trimmed off a bunch of that stuff. I still need to finish doing that, but I have the harness that goes to the motor that I want to fit in, and the harness that has the fuses and runs to the battery. I want to see how I can get that. I want to try to figure out how I can make that all fit in the truck. Hopefully by just removing all the electrical tape and the looms, I can hopefully do that, you know, without having to repin and add wire. Anyway, I don't know for sure how that's going to all work out for me, but I'm going to give it a shot. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut these bracket, try to make a bracket for that battery tray. That way that battery tray is checked off my list. It's done. So here I got those two pieces cut, and then I just basically ripped a little bit off so that I had 1 1/8 and 1 1/8 gives me the 2 1/4, and then I just have a 6-inch length. So now I'm just going to weld this up, and then I'll need to drill, you know, 2 holes this side, 2 holes on this side, so that I can get that bolted to the cab and bolted to the battery tray, and that'll be good. So I'm gonna weld that down. I thought I'd take you with me on this. I got the hole drilled, so this is gonna be my first attempt at putting one of these in. So there it is. I got it in there, and so I'm gonna see how this works out. Give you my thoughts. Tell you what I think. Set this up so that you can see what's going on. So I think that you just put this, I think a guy could thread that on real quick, and then it's just a matter of squeezing it, thread it in some more apparently, out. Oh, that's, I don't know what that little tool's for. See how that worked. I mean, it seems to be holding. I'll pull out. So, huh. Interesting. I thought you could tighten it up with that. I should have tightened it up. Bear with me. This is my first. I think I'm gonna try the bracket inside, see how it goes on that bracket inside. That looks like it's holding. I went and grabbed the battery tray. I want to try this. See how this holds. This just didn't seem like didn't seem like I had to work that hard to do that. I thought I'd have to crimp that a little harder than that, and I didn't. So I feel like maybe there was more that it needed to crimp. Maybe it's just that easy. I've never used one of those before. I mean, I still got to do this other side, but yeah, it's just that easy, I guess. Well, take this off and we'll do the others. If that's going to be that easy, that's pretty exciting, because that was pretty easy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mark that, drill those two, and then I'll drill the exact same two on that opposite end, bolt that on, and then take it back out to the truck, mark the two holes for the truck, and then put those inserts on, and then bolt it up, and I should be able to start running some wires, or placing wires at least. So far, I'm liking the way this is going. I got that bracket on there. I think that looks pretty good. So now I need to take it back to the truck, stick it in there, mark the two holes for the cab, drill the cab, and then put the nut inserts in the cab, bolt that thing in. Be sweet. Yeah, I'm liking that. That time I was able to twist it a little bit, kind of like tighten it up into the nut insert and give it another decent squeeze. It was only like, so instead of being a full squeeze like that, it was like loose up to about there, and it was kind of a half squeeze, but it seemed to smash it a little better. Doing it here, let's see if you guys can see the little squish that it got in that. So doing it here, I was able to be able to see what was happening with it and see how much it was squishing. So anyway, that's gonna work pretty good. Okay, I got this thing in there. Looks pretty good. Got the two. I'm gonna need to get regular bolts. These are Phillips, and obviously in that spot that's hard to get to, and I don't like that. I'll have to pull it off, paint that. I haven't painted nothing yet. I got to thinking about it, I probably could have just welded that on, but that's okay. And so now I can stick the battery here. Sort of the plan is to try to get like computer or not, I don't know, hopefully I'll put the computer under the seat in the cab, but the fuse box, I'm hoping I can have it sit like right here, and then just I can have whatever else was taking up space in the engine compartment of the car, I can try to store under or around this battery tray. That's the plan. So I'm going to get started on that, which, like I said, doesn't thrill me, but it's got to get done. Here's the inside look of those, and honestly, these little burrs is from my welding, or not welding, from my drilling. But that's gonna work. I like those. I like those little nut inserts. They're definitely nice. They're gonna save. I still have stuff to do with the AC box and the heater box, hooking it to the firewall, and so those things are going to come in real handy. So I'm going to grab some wires here and probably strip some loom off and throw some things out and see what's what. Not looking forward to this part, but gotta get it done. So it's been a couple of days since that last bit you just watched for me. But I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to wrap this video up. Instead of like going into the wiring, I'm going to save the wiring for probably this coming week. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm going to have to probably fit that box, the toolbox that my dad made, so I'm probably gonna reveal that, try to get it into the truck mocked up basically, because I need to know what I've got for space in regards to where I'm putting things for wiring, and I want to use that space inside that box to hide some of the things that I don't want to see, or I don't want people to see, wiring and fuse box, just those types of things. So I'm probably going to do that in this next video. I'm probably gonna mock that up, get it in the truck, get it bolted in, and then you get to see that. So look forward to that. And I didn't get a video out last week. You probably noticed that, and I apologize. I didn't get a video out. I don't have any excuse, but other than, well, no, I'm not even gonna make an excuse. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, and if you like it, give it the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. This channel seems to be growing. The numbers are going up, which is cool. It's nothing crazy or anything, but but it's growing, and I like that. That's cool. So anyway, I do appreciate everybody that's been watching and following along, and I hope that this stuff helps the guys that are doing this, that are, you know, trying to work on a truck, trying to do a Crown Vic into an F100 without using the chassis. That's what I'm trying to do, and I'm hoping it's going to benefit other people. So that's the goal. Anyway, until next week, have a blessed week.